there are, and that's why. And I've met some amazing women. Trust is way beyond just what is the word? Not having infidelity or being monogamous. It's actually someone that I feel like I know you got my back. I know I could walk out of the room and like I just know you down for me 100%.
Right.
Like it actually has a lot to do with respect.
Right.
Because even if my wife is in the room and I walk out and she's too flirtatious with a colleague or something, like that's you're breaking our trust, you're breaking our bond.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like so even though I know she's my wife, she's not gonna go fuck this dude, but it's just that's disrespecting our union. Even if you're joking about shit, or even and those are the type of things to where even it gets into the world of finances and what other family members. You know what I mean? Like there's gossip amongst family. Like if I tell you something in bed about my brother or something or my aunt, and then I found out that you still like, it's just I need to be able to trust you like I trust me.
Right.
That's hard to find.
But that boils down to the word integrity.
That's integrity.
Exactly.
Right.
It's about integrity.
Right.
What you do when people aren't watching.
Right.
When they can't call you on it. What you're okay with doing just because you're responsible for your own actions and your own thoughts.
That's real talk.
Right. No, it's the truth. In with our relationship, she had more integrity than I did.
Right.
I remember being at my lowest.
Right.
It was one of those things. Y'all can't kick him. I can kick him because that's my husband.
Right.
But I ain't gonna let y'all kick him.
Right.
And I didn't get it till I was at my lowest.
Right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes you have to get there. So what got you to the point?
Because I'm in a very dark place right now. I'm in a very I hate relationships.
Why
I'll
though?
never be in one because I feel like it's not like when I see y'all, that's beautiful. Like that's inspiring to me. But I just feel like I'm not built for it. So I feel like I've evolved, but I've evolved to a place because I don't even want it no more. Really? And I really like, even if people are like, he's going because you just got a divorce, it'll change. I honestly, in my soul, feel like I would never be in a relationship.
What made Mariah
you say the same thing?
What made Mariah the one? And the reason I asked, baby, I don't think you met Mariah. You haven't met Mariah.
No.
But Mariah, I met her and you're over the top with the things that you like, right? She's over the top times 20.
Well, she floats.
Yeah, she floats.
Yeah.
She doesn't walk. She floats.
In a bubble,
right?
like the bubble is around her that makes her float.
But you don't seem like that type of person. So what was it in Mariah that made you fall in love and say, this is the person I want to marry, and not even just marry, have kids with?
Yeah, so to say that, because I know you asked that question, everything that I just shared, I shared with her. And always, so like even when I met her, I was actually in a relationship with Nicole Scherzinger, and I was having the same issues of like, fuck, I thought this was the queen, I thought this was the one. And she gave me very similar advice of what you're saying right now. Integrity, trust, and you think I got trust issues, she got trust issues, and they're all warranted. When you think, like, when you're one of the most famous people in the world, and for the last 20 some odd years, people have just been pulling from you, never giving. Whether it's your art, your talent, money, people have just been, it's leeches. You know what I mean? Like that's who we are as artists. People feed off of us. So you don't even at some point you just stop expecting to be fed. I'm the one that people feed off of. You know what I mean? I think Mike Tyson even said that. So like where he started to love leeches. He felt like I need people to take from me. That makes me feel like I'm growing.
Because he was conditioned.
Yeah. Right. So it's that same mentality in that sense to where she opened my eyes to that. And I was like, wow. And then we got on this spiritual conversation, which I never expected. Like first time I sat with her and met her, because it was actually, I was supposed to direct her video and be in the video. And like, we're like talking spirituality and we praying over food, and she pulls her Bible out. And I'm like, oh, whoa, this is Mariah. All right.
So you never experienced that with nobody?
What, except for the girl that I got engaged to, ended up
Bible study.
Yeah, the Bible study girl. That was the last one.
Right.
But
that's very powerful.
Yeah,
so I can
especially because I'm a preacher's son.
Okay.
So that really that means something. Or at the time, that really meant something as somebody who knew the word and all of that. I was like, yo. And, you know, she introduced me to her bishop and all of this. And I was like, yo. And then it was Mariah Carey, a woman that I had admired and was truly my dream girl since I was 12 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Someday video with the jeans on and Vision of Love. I'm like, and then come to find out, because normally when we meet people like that, it's a disappointment. Right. This was the opposite of that. It took me to the next. I was like, she's better than I expected.
So you were enamored.
Yeah, funny, both hopeless romantics. We want to go to Disneyland every day. Like, we literally took her plane to Disney World the second time we met. And like we were supposed to be flying to some island. She's like, you want to stop at Disney World? Hell yeah, I want to stop at Disney World.
Right.
And we literally went to Disney World, got a funnel cake, one ride, got back on the plane, and flew to the island we were supposed to go to.
Right.
I was like, I'm in. I'm never leaving.
Everything about it was magical too.
Magical.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, yo, this is it. Like, I've been blessed to the girl I admired all of my young life is the perfect woman for me, is my perfect balance. And it is like, as over the top as she is, I brought the normalcy. You know what I mean? So it was a good balance. Like, so I was actually even helping in her world, because people was like, oh, well, we can't say that to her. I was like, fuck yeah, you can say that to her. She wants you to say that shit to her. And then so I kind of brought a lot of normalcy to the situation, to the business, and to the household, to where I was like, man, we about to go to Walmart. Stop fucking around. Like, so, we going to 7-Eleven and it will work.
So she was normal behind closed doors with you, but you brought the normalcy to the public persona.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it was, and I could, like, if you notice, once I got with Mariah, she became a lot more personable.
She did. She started doing more interviews.
Yeah.
She seemed like a real person.
She started taking off them damn sunglasses all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like, because I'd be at the crib like, yo, they just want the regular you. They want this you that I see.
Right.
Like, that's the shit. People don't know that MOP is your favorite rap group.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like, cats don't know that she's straight from the tri-state. Like, real talk. So the fact that I was able to bring that out in her, it was good for her and it was good for me, because I learned a lot about the business and the industry. But at the same time, we were equally yoked. The Bible talks about being equally yoked. And about being able to walk together. And that doesn't mean you're equals. That means we balance each other.
Right.
And that's where it all came together.
And then y'all didn't have sex. Y'all waited.
We waited.
You really did.
That was her. I wanted to.
And you agreed.
What else am I going to do?
Well, I mean, speaking to somebody who's smashed a lot, and, you know, weren't you nervous that, you know, if I did smash wedding night, what happened if it's not good?
That's the thing. To me, it has to all be about the energy and the frequencies and the, like, you can make anything good if it's right. If love is truly involved.
Yes, I believe that.
And now, even if it's it was amazing, but the idea of, like, just knowing a person, you know, that is like, yo, you anticipate it. As I think Eddie Murphy said it the best when he was on Raw, and he was like, yo, if you starving and somebody offer you some crackers, when you finally get those crackers, like, God damn, that's a good ass cracker.
Best cracker I ever had. Yeah.
Because, and that's real. Like, I waited all of that time.
How much time was it?
Oh, well, it wasn't that long, but it was a couple weeks, because we got married after like literally 3 weeks.
Did you really?
Yeah. It was
I didn't know that.
Strong?
3 weeks from meeting, from the day we met. 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
But so, I mean, granted, like, but that was part of the thing. She was like, I'm not going to have sex before marriage. I was like, well, damn it, we getting married. Like,
was that always her way of going about relationships?
No, it's funny though, because I've heard all the rumors and stuff. Mariah is super conservative. When you think about it, her first romantic relationship on some real stuff was with her husband. Right. You know what I mean? Like, she was a young girl in the industry that married a record executive.
Right.
And then was put in like a glass palace. And then, you know, he an old head, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it ain't really a real, you know when people have little trophy wives and stuff like that, it was more probably like that from my own understanding. That's just my opinion. And then after that, when she left Tommy, then she had like one or two people. Like, she was with Derek Jeter, the Luis dude. She was never, and kind of still played those situations, was like, yo, I'm special. I'm a queen. So she actually answered all those things that all the other women let me down on. We talked about like damn near on the our first date. She was like, I can count the amount of guys I've been with on my hand. Here they are. These are these people. I did go out on a date with this person, but he was an asshole. This person was jocking me, but I never did. Like, she laid the whole thing out, and I was like, you're my dream. You're everything I've ever wanted.
So the fact that she had been with so few people made her more attractive to you.
100%.
Okay.
And it's funny because I say that's industry standards. Because if I met a woman who's had a past and she grew up in North Dakota and I never would see those dudes and she slept with 100 dudes in North Dakota, I don't give a fuck.
You really wouldn't care?
Not it's the people that I have to engage and deal with.
It's really only about the people that you run into.
Yeah, 100%. I don't care like who you fucked in high school.
Well, maybe not high school, but as a fully warranted adult. If you're
my ego cannot deal with having to, if the woman that I'm in love with and consider my queen, someone else
that I
know.
Says the guy who's probably been in rooms and knocked down 3, 4, 5 chicks in the same room.
I've been that guy.
So you know what you're thinking.
And like,
smirking like, oh, you know what she did. Yeah.
And there's situations right now, like I was like, I know my man does not know. And but I was like, I don't want to be messy.
Right.
But she ain't shit for not telling him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's smiling in my face and I'm like, my nigga, I want it. And that happened to me. That happened to me with Dame Dash in a situation one time. And I got at Dame. I was like, my nigga, you knew. I'm sitting here floating on clouds and shit and you didn't tell me?
Right.
You was supposed to be my man. He's like, you was in love. What I'm supposed to do? And I'm like, I was like, I can never put myself in that situation again.
But now going back, you said that you don't care if she's been with 100 dudes.
Right. But if it's my man.
A woman who is, say, 32.